My name is Elena. I am 44 years old, and I live with my husband Daniel. He is 49 years old, and we have been together for 21 long, challenging years. We have 3 beautiful children, but even after all this time, my heart carries old pain. I still cannot forgive Daniel's parents, no matter how many years have quietly passed us by. It's been more than 2 decades, yet the memory still hurts like it happened yesterday. Everything began when I left my country, young and hopeful, not knowing what I would face. If I had known the pain ahead, I might have chosen to stay behind forever. I was only 20, too soft to fight, too quiet to speak, too scared to refuse. Daniel didn't protect me. He feared his father too much to ever stand by me. So I faced everything alone, holding my baby close while crying through long, endless nights. Before we moved, I lived with my parents, surrounded by love, comfort, and my mother's care. Then suddenly, we had to leave early, sooner than planned, without time to prepare my heart. I said goodbye to my home, my childhood, and most painfully, to my dearest, sweetest mother. She was my whole world, and I had never lived even one day far from her. Saying goodbye felt like losing a part of my soul, like breathing without air or light. In the new country, I felt small, lost, and frightened, unable to understand people around me. I missed my mother so deeply that my heart ached every morning until I fell sick. Daniel's parents never cared. They watched me struggle without offering comfort, kindness, or even a smile. They judged me silently, as if my sadness was weakness, as if my tears were shame. I was all alone, but I stayed strong because my baby needed me to survive. I kept fighting, using every drop of strength left inside my tired, fragile body and heart. Months passed, and I went to doctors who said, "You're too stressed. You must rest now." But how could I rest when I was drowning inside, and no one cared to see? Daniel stayed silent, always choosing his father's approval instead of standing beside the woman he married. His mother looked at me with cold eyes that carried judgment, not love, not compassion. Still, I refused to give up. I learned to fight quietly in my own way. I started working, even though I didn't understand the language or the people around me. Every day felt like walking uphill through fog, but I kept going, step by step. Slowly, I learned the words, the meanings, the rhythm of this strange new world I lived in. I earned my first paycheck and cried, not from sadness, but from the pride inside me. My dream was simple: to buy a home, a place where no one could hurt me. I worked for years to make that dream come true, while Daniel still struggled silently. He never learned the language. Even now, he depends on me for every small thing. For a long time, I carried him, our children, and our life on my shoulders alone. I worked, I cared, I listened, and I stayed strong, even when I wanted to break. And then one day everything changed. His mother began saying things that pierced me deeply. She smiled in public but spoke daggers in private, trying to make me feel small again. Her words reminded me of old pain, of the silence I once called love and duty. That was the moment I realized I had carried everyone for years, but no one carried me. She once said to me, smiling softly, "I never had a daughter, but I always wanted one." Her voice sounded gentle that day, but her eyes told a different story. Distant, sharp, cold. She looked at me and said, "All the other women have their mothers nearby, but you don't." Her words were sweet and cruel at the same time, like honey hiding a bitter taste underneath. She seemed to think I should be grateful, that I should act like a daughter to her. But I wasn't her daughter, and deep down, she never truly wanted me to be. Sometimes I still wonder what they wanted from me. Did they want love or only control? Did they want kindness or silence? Did they want my obedience more than my happiness? I can't give them love anymore. That part of me has turned into quiet ashes long ago. Now I only give them respect. The polite distance of someone who's been hurt too deeply to trust. I greet them on holidays. I send simple wishes. I smile when I must, nothing more. I keep my tone soft and careful, as if every word could start another storm. I try not to make them angry, because peace, even fake peace, feels safer than truth sometimes. But it hurts, because I know I'm pretending, and I know they don't deserve even that. My mother passed away 10 years ago, and every day my heart aches for the time I lost with her. I didn't visit her enough. I didn't call her enough. I let distance and fear steal those moments from me. I still remember how my mother-in-law told me not to call my mother too often. She said it was too expensive, that I should save money instead of wasting it on calls. I obeyed her. I only called once a month just to say, "I'm fine," and hang up quickly. After every call, I sat there holding the phone, wishing I could tell my mother the truth, that I was lonely, that I missed her, that I needed her voice to stay strong. But I stayed quiet, because silence was safer than another argument, another fight, another cold stare. Now, after all these years, I finally understand. They never cared about me. They never wanted me there. They tolerated me, used me, and hated me quietly behind their polite smiles. And my father-in-law, I don't even like to say his name, because he did something I will never forget. One night when my baby was still small, he kicked me out of the house. It was raining. Daniel was drunk and shouting. I begged them to let me stay for my son's safety, but his father didn't care. He said I could leave if I wanted, but the baby would stay there. Those words broke something inside me. How could a father say that to a mother holding her crying child? I refused to go. I stayed, trembling, terrified, but unwilling to abandon the little life in my arms. I didn't sleep that night. I sat beside my son's crib, watching him breathe, whispering prayers through my tears. Even now, decades later, when I think of that night, my body still remembers the fear. I still cry sometimes, not because I'm weak, but because the memory still lives inside me. And I keep asking myself, why didn't I fight harder? Why did I let them break me down? Why do I still speak to them now, pretending nothing happened, acting like everything's fine? It hurts to smile in front of people who once made me feel so worthless. I wear this mask of peace because I don't want to start another war in the family. But inside, I'm tired. I'm broken. And I don't want to pretend anymore. Sometimes I sit alone at night trying to understand how to live with all this pain. I know I can't erase what happened, but I hope one day I can learn how to live beyond it. Not with forgiveness. Maybe I'll never find that. But with peace, soft and quiet inside me. Because even if they never said sorry, I still want to heal for myself, not for them. Thanks for watching. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep learning with me.